here to catch up a little bit so that I can see everybody who's here, and can all hang out and chat. Got some work to do tonight as well, and I'll show you some neat stuff. Neat stuff. Let's see here. Did I write any of this down? Probably not. All right. That's not it. I should really start dating my information here. Okay, maybe I didn't write anything down for tonight, which is fine. Okay, well, either way, I'm just gonna say hi to some people that are already here. So I'm just gonna do one of these. I'm right down there at the bottom. How's it going? Brian Ferguson got the cookie, and then we've got Eminem Rails. How's it going? Dwight Curley, John Train, BFGR. How's it going? How's it going? Darren Hamill and Mike H.O. Trains. How's it going, Mike? Robin. How's it going, Robin? And we've got Ronald. How's it going, Ronald? And Anthony. How's it going? Dundas Junction Model Railroad. James. How's it going, James? Floyd. Hello, Floyd. It's already a full house here tonight for Third Rail Thursday. That's right. Third Rail Thursday. Every Thursday, me and this crazy group of guys, we go live. Normally at about 8 o'clock. Tim from They Make It Like That, he goes live on the first week. I'm normally the second week. That's why you're here right now. Mark, Eminem Rails, you'll see him in the chat there. He normally has the third Thursday of the week. And then at the end of the month, we do almost like a recap. We do the GVO After Dark, which has been going strong now for, and I'm pretty sure, and I say going strong very loosely, because we used to be a lot more consistent with it, but life happens. I think we're on season 6 now, either 5 or 6. I lost count, to be honest with you. When you're having fun, nothing else really matters. So, but yeah, I was telling you guys that tonight's going to be a fun night, because we've got a couple of different things to talk about, to share. And I'm going to do some work on the layout, which, let's be honest, I have not had any time over the past several months. I purchased some wood like a week or 2 ago, and it just sat dormant because work happens, life happens, and like in a week, I'm going out of the country. So, or is it 2 weeks? I don't even know what today's date is. But, yeah. So, there's that. But, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I have that unit, so I wanted to get the shirt, so. I've got a couple of them, the CN Heritage shirts. And it was funny because the gentleman that took this picture, which his name has escaped me, but he's a really good photographer. I purchased 2 shirts from this thing. Mark actually showed me the website, and you can look up whatever, and then you can get whatever printed. So I usually look up Go Transit, Ontario Northland via rail, and I looked up CN, and I found a couple of Heritage shirts. So I have the EJ&E, and I have the military one here. And when I had purchased it, I had seen somebody on Facebook said, "Oh wow, somebody bought my prints and whatnot." I'm like, "That was me," because I'm like, "Yeah, I'm so excited." And then I thanked them and I told them that they were excellent photos. But yeah, thank you. Third Rail Thursday. So normally I'd run trains, but I don't even have track down yet. You can see behind me here, a little bit has changed. I haven't even done a layout update yet. Recently, there's supposed to be a part 2, part 3, and so on and so forth. But I want to make sure that you actually see a difference, progression, if you will, when I do those. So, with there being so much going on and not even being able to really do work, and it's messy out there. Hold on a second. Check this out. Because this shot here, I'm going to be doing some work here. I'm going to be building some bench work. I've got lots of wood cut already, which was all a very, very, no, I wouldn't say rushed effort, but it was definitely work that was done today because I was off all day. So I managed to get some of that done. But when we're out there, when we're in part of the layout room, you'll be able to see how utterly messy it is out there, because it is really bad. So bad. So, yeah. But I hope everyone's doing well. September, it's hobby season, modeling season. And the Empresses are in at Rapido, so hopefully within the next couple of weeks or so, for those CP guys who run some Steam, you guys are going to be treated to a very nice steamer. I think that you guys will really, really like it. No pop-up this year at Otter Valley, unfortunately, but I'm still going to be going there on the 28th. So if anybody's in the area, stop by, say hi. I don't think I'll be there all day, but I'll be in the area, so my wife and I are gonna drop by. I think I'm gonna pick up Brandon's steamer and hopefully grab some track or some switches or something while I'm there, and so I have something to do when I get back, which will be fun. So last month, so a while ago, I showed you guys a new locomotive I got. It was the MP36 from Atlas, originally True Line Trains Tooling. I did an unboxing. I showed that to you guys. So Perry's been working on the unit, but not just my unit. So in my box, I didn't know if Chris was going to do an unboxing or anything like that later. I don't even know if I'm supposed to tell you. But Big CW, who's also on YouTube, Chris, he got the same unit. Me and him were working on trying to get decals and paint and whatnot for the units, because he really wanted to get one of those Go Transit MP36s done as well. So he bought one. He shipped his to me with mine. And then saw James at the barbecue, so he handed his off as well. So we got everything to Perry. I have decals that did show up, and they will be going over to Perry on Saturday. But I'm going to show you guys the progression here, some of the work that Perry has done, because I really like Perry's work, and I hope I can do this. Picture, graphic. Let's try graphic, full screen overlay, and does it let me pick no, it doesn't. Okay, well, let me do picture in picture. No, that's done. How can I add? Bear with me for a moment, because I'm still very much like it's my first day. I want to add a graphic. No, why is it just it just gives me words. That's dumb. I want to put a picture in it. Bear with me, guys. Okay. Oh, here we go. Background image. Okay. So this here. Whoa. Okay. There we go. Okay. So this is the 3 units. So the 2 on the left belong to Chris and myself. And then the, I guess that's another Metro there. That's James's. And the 2 spoons that you see in front there, those are just like the color, I think you just did color swatches. So the dark green is for the Go. And then there's a lighter green for the, I don't know, because it's 2-tone green, so, which is fun. And of course, so he obviously, he took those off of the, whatchamacallits, the units, or the, he took the shells off anyways. And then we're gonna, let's see, so this is the next one, yeah, okay, fine. Let's add that as an option. Here we go. Okay, so now he's stripped them at this point here. So obviously stripping them, you got to get the paint off and whatnot. There was a couple of things that we wanted to look at with them to change them just a little bit to make them a little bit more accurate, which I'll show you. Okay, remove that one. Okay. Oh, here we go. Okay. So now you can see with these ones here, there is a number board which is right on the nose, right between the ditch lights there. He has to fill that in because the Go units do not have that, unfortunately. So I'm going to show you now what he did. Full screen, and we want to add an image, and you're not gonna believe this because okay, here we go. I zoomed in on it so you can see, and we're gonna add it. Bam. So when you look at it now, there is no number board right in the middle between the actual ditch lights. He filled it in and everything. It looks like it's supposed to. That looks like a solid unit. Now, I do want to correct myself from last month. I was mostly making fun of the fact that the Trueline Trains has a door on the side there, and theirs opens. And I tried to open up the Atlas one, and it never opened. And I was like, good, because that's stupid. I don't like, why does it need to open? Apparently it was just very tight. And, obviously when you paint something, it gets stuck and all that. So, yeah, basically the door on these ones open as well. So I wanted to make sure I corrected myself there. Just so that we're all on the same page. I want to make sure I'm giving you guys the correct information, just in case you do ever plan to get one of these yourself. So, of course, he's done the prime color, which is white. So he primed all 3 of these, and yeah, it's very clean looking, very obviously white, because you're going to add all your greens and whatnot to it, and then of course black as well. Yeah, so they look very, very nice, very, very clean. I'm so excited. I am so excited because I don't think anybody's going to be making those newer MP40s. So, I'm very thankful to have a friend like Perry that is able to do something like that. and you know, basically paint it up for me. So I'm gonna obviously give you guys updates, and you guys will see the final product. And I'm sure James is going to want to show off his unit, and Big CW Chris, he's going to want to show off his unit as well. And of course, with the second run of Rapido bi-level commuter cars coming, they're doing the two-tone green Go Transit ones, just like these are going to be painted. So I'm going to have a whole matching set, which I am very thrilled about. So yeah, super happy. I'm so happy. But you know, would it be more cost effective if Atlas just made it, you know, right from the factory? Absolutely. But sometimes if they don't make, you know, what you need, sometimes you have to think outside the box and, you know, get someone to make it for you. I actually did one of these a long time ago. I was at a hobby store in Toronto, and I found an MP40 on the shelf, and it was $80. And it was a True Line Trains. It was only DC, but I think if I was smart about it, I wouldn't have touched it, and I would have sold it for like $900 or whatever. But it was a North Star. I'm pretty sure, yeah, North Star. So it was like blue and red and yellow, and this. So I had to strip it, and I did one. But because that was one of my earlier paint jobs, I had no idea that when I sealed the paint with the clear coat, that it would frost the windows basically. So I totally ruined it. It was fun to run and whatnot, but yeah, frosted windows. It was definitely you know, a learning situation. So now that's that. I'll give you guys an update on that once he sends more pictures or it's completed. But I wanted to definitely share that with you guys. So you can see behind me here, my layout, part of my layout. I've decided to put my paper mill here, and it'll be great to do some switching here while I'm working here. Just don't tell my boss. And then you'll notice that I added the second level, which goes right, obviously, above. And my original thought for this was I want to do a union station, almost like a yard that I can just store my passenger trains. Have about, I think I was going to do either 5 or 6 tracks, just so I can, you know, because that's 9 feet from that wall over here to that wall right there. Do the 9 feet, do a union station with the, you know, the walkways and all that stuff. But it's going to be really, really difficult to, well, for me anyways, to build a union station, especially as a background flat. So I changed it up. I changed my mind. I saw something really cool and it inspired me. Can I remember the names and all that? Not right now. I'll give you an update after when I do it. But I more or less want to do, and I'm going to show you, because yes, I do keep photos on my phone, and I can share them with you because of the magic of the internet. Here we go. Okay, so I'll show you this one first. So this is a bird's eye view. Okay, so this here, what you're looking at right now, or what you're going to be looking at. Bam. Okay. This is a place in Toronto. This is the Whitby Go Transit maintenance facility. And you can obviously see there's a lot of tracks there, long building. Good for both locomotives and rail cars. You know, great opportunity for, you know, storage, whatever else, you know, make a scene, maybe some switching of cars out, you know, if something needs maintenance or whatever, blah, blah, blah. So I want to try to fit that right behind me, you know, right in the, I said remove. I'm all thumbs today. So I want to try that right above me here, and I'm going to, obviously I'm going to make it stub end because I can't go through that wall, but the cars can enter from that way, which is totally fine. I'm totally okay with that. And I'm going to show you the inside. There we go. So I was looking for some shots, and I'm like, okay, so this looks very, you know, manageable, where, you know, you've got your grays, you've got your yellows for safety striping and the safety railing and whatnot. The only thing that looks close to this that I can basically get like as a kit is the Walther's diesel, modern diesel house. But that only has 3 tracks. And if you remember the picture, I need at least 12 or more tracks to hold locomotives or, you know, cars, etc., etc. So I'm probably going to get, what did I decide on? I decided on either 2 or 3 of the diesel. I think 3 diesel houses and a 2-bay as well. And I'm going to paint them so they all match. And I'll make it look like it's one big facility, which will fit in that area right above me there, because I've already measured it. So that's fun. And I look forward to doing that as a, you know, just a big build. Because last time I did a build, it was the wood kit. So this time it's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be more of the maintenance facility, but it's going to be a really, really big kit. It's almost going to be like I'm going to need to build it as a module, and I'm going to have to put it on a big flat board, and then the board will have to slide up onto there, and that's where it'll stay, and then I'll be able to remove it if I have to move, and then I can just transfer it to wherever else. So this facility here is it's going to be big. I mean, you know, it's already a very big kit. I built one a long time ago. I think at least 8 or 9 years ago, I built one. And there was a lot of things about that kit that I did not like, but I think I'm a little bit better now, that I can do some more work with it, you know, do a bit more detailing, a bit more weathering. And also with the fact that I really liked the lighting, like the just plug system. I want to add lighting to this thing as well, just to really bring it to life. And I think it'll look really cool once it's done. But that is my plan for right here. I've widened this a bit, so it's come out here, and it'll fit 3 plus a 2-bay, what are they called? Pike stuff. So the pike stuff will be the farthest one right up against the wall, and then you'll have the other 2, and then I'm gonna have tracks, and they're all gonna go, so all the switches are gonna go down that way, and then you can enter it as you're entering the room, and then it'll also act as storage for all my cars, because I think I have, right now, I have 3, 6, 9, 12. I have 12 Go cars, which are like a foot long each. And then I anticipate to get another 12 or more cars, hopefully, with all the different paint schemes and whatnot. So, yeah, that'll be fun. I wonder where all my cameras went to. Okay, they're all connected. Okay, so how do I go back to those? Oh, here we go. Okay, like this. Okay, so yeah, you can kind of see where I widened it a bit. I'm also going to put up my backdrop here tonight. because you can see underneath it's that brownish color. I'm eventually going to paint it blue, so that'll be awesome. Hey Dave, how's it going? Willow Creek Industrial Spur, how's it going? Todd Armstrong, how's it going? And Trackside Mike, keeping it on the tracks. Awesome. Okay, so yeah, I think that'll be the first thing I do, because it's super easy. I've got 2 8-foot long sheets of the masonite, and if this is 9 feet, I'll be able to get, you know, the one piece in, and then I'm going to do the other one like out there, but I'll turn the camera and whatnot so you guys can see. I might not have full vision of the, you know, the chat, but I'll check in, you know, every so often. I promise. So here, I'm going to do this, and I have to get my step stool and some, you know, whatchamacallits. I'm going to push this chair in here. Give me 1 second. There's going to be bench work here tonight. I promise. We'll have to build it. Also, the barbecue was amazing. Big thank you to everybody who came out to the barbecue. What was that, a week ago? 2 weeks ago? I think it was about a week ago. Almost a little over a week ago. Anyways, I'm already, you know, excited for next year. But yeah, you know, we have Mark and Sparky, Trackside Mike and James, Dave, everybody. Yeah, it was fun. I had a lot of fun. Oh, and look what I got from Dave. We'll see you in truck. It's still in the package. I know. It's gotta come out. I gotta break that seal. I will at some point. Maybe when the layout is more, you know, there's something to put it on. Also, big thanks to Mark and James. I have like a box of track. Mark had found me some cork. He got me like some cork pieces, and then James brought over a lot of his extra cork pieces as well, which was very nice of both of them. So thank you guys. It's going to help to get a lot of this going here, and yeah, we'll be able to get this layout running in no time. I need to get screws as well. And of course the sheet. Okay, so I'm just going to sit these. Where can I sit these? Okay, I got to get the sheet. I'm going to bring the sheet in here, and it's going to go right up there. That'd be great. So I had a 4x8 cut down to 2 feet. So it's 2 feet tall, just like the bottom here. Nothing crazy. It is what it is. Sorry if you're like staring at my backside right now. So I put this thing on the end here so that it doesn't put the screw right through it. It will more or less just stop when the head of it gets to the board. Pretty sure go. Then I'm just going to do a couple down here, and then obviously I need a piece cut for the very end here, because yeah, there's still a foot there. I wonder actually how. Where's the tape measure? My outside the room area there is going to be a little bit more interesting. So it says 16 inches. So it's a foot and 4 inches. That's not bad. 9 feet 4 inches. I could put some extra screws in here, but there's no stud there, just there and there. So that's why I'm not going all crazy with the screws. Okay, so as you can see, that's basically, that was it for this, you know, like, that's my backdrop. You know, I can paint that blue or whatever, I don't care. I can take that to the next house, whatever, you know, so, yeah, I can definitely reuse it. So the one outside here is going to be a little bit more difficult, I'll say. Let's see if we can. See what I mean by the mess? Oh, is it? Yeah. Hey, Perry. Trains by Perry. I was showing them some of the pictures, Perry, from that you sent me. Everybody was really impressed. Now I'm going from impressing people to not impressing them because I'm doing this all here with the backdrop. I'm going to see if you guys can see this now. Okay, yeah, here we go. Okay, so doorway, you can see the doorway. Just want to make sure that this is level here. Yeah, that's level. Bring that other one over. Should probably grab my drill too, because right now the drill is in the office. Or is it? Where did I put it? Oh no, it's right there. Never mind. This obviously requires another person, but I'm here by my lonely onesie, so I will do this. I will try to do this. Where's that stool? Sorry, just needing to stare at my ass the entire time. Okay, so I'm doing this kind of the same way that I did my bottom, only I was using leftover stuff, so there's two here, but now there's one. This is the other half to the one that's in there. And gonna have to drill a lot of this out here. So So, I wonder if, okay, so that only takes me to there. So I wonder if I should push it, do it there, and then just put a small piece there. That would probably be better. Good idea, Chris. Thanks, Chris. Yeah, because I needed to fit around the corner here. And if that means doing this, then I almost knocked that over. Whoop. It'll be easier to put a skinny piece here, and you know. Let's make it fit. Now I will have to cut a section here down. And I'm going to show you guys. So I made my own, they're studs, right? So as far as this goes, I'm going to have to take off right there. That doesn't mean I can't get all this stuff in place first. Consistency with the backdrop, you know, it's a rounded corner. It's good either way here, but I'll have to, you know, make my line and cut that off there, but I'm not going to do that tonight. I just want to get it in place for now. So eventually that'll be done all the way around, both top and bottom. But you can see where, you know, I'd be cutting off a little bit here, and then I would need to put a solid piece here. So there's that. Okay, so the fun stuff now. Oh, also made a workbench. You can obviously see that. Got some, what are they called? Pegboard. Started hanging some stuff. Made a shelf. That's all fun. And this is all the cork here. That's a lot to start off with. There's some, you know, odds and ends in there, but it should be good regardless. Let's see. Hey Kyle, how's it going? Okay, so most of you guys are talking about LRC cars. There, James got me a couple packs of joiners as well. Again, those are all going to be very helpful when I start laying the track. All right. So this section here kind of a dilemma with what I'm doing. Maybe I give you a rundown of what I'm doing out here, because the plan has changed a number of times, and it'll probably change a number more times. Got my ethanol along here, but I think that's going up to the top level. I've got a whole bunch of other buildings and stuff. I think some of these I'm going to sell. Not sure what I'm keeping yet and what's going to go, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what makes it to the chopping block. And it's really just to obviously fund, more track and wood and all that. It's an expensive hobby. But yeah. So my thought for down here, so I've got to have a main line. The main line, there's going to be two main lines. So, obviously if you're doing the right hand running and then left hand come this way. So it's going to be two lines that go up around. It's going to go all the way around this thing. But when you get to here, you're going to come through the wall here from the paper mill. I'm thinking about doing a yard. And the yard, it's going to wrap around the corner here just to make sure I have a decent lengthy yard. And then it'll, come back down to just the two tracks down here. It's not what I had originally planned. I wanted my helix over there. My helix is now here and full of stuff. That happens. But anyways, so if we're looking at the bottom level here, so got the yard. You have to have a way to turn around. So I'm going to have this section here that I'm about to build. Take my old reverse loop here. You can see it's cut out there. I'm going to loop the track back on itself and you're going to come back through. But I have to build all that still. So then it's going to send you back through. You're going to go through the paper mill area, which is just inside here. So the two tracks are going to go right by the paper mill. You'll be able to do some switching there at the mill. And then I'm going to run the track. It's going to go behind my computers there. It's going to go through the wall, which is here. And we go to this side, because let's face it, there's a lot of stuff there. I know. I have to clean still. Jeez, you sound like my wife. Anyways, but it's going to come up to the helix, which is going to be right here. So the track is going to come out this way, and then you're going to start going up. And then the reason why I have this here, I can show you without breaking anything or something falling over. Ooh, just kicked it. Is because I have to make something like this. It's going to go across there. It'll obviously be way smaller than this. And then when you get to the top of the helix, you come across here. I can duck under that. I can make this a lift thing. I can make it do nothing with it. I don't care personally because, nothing is forever. So that's my idea for going across here. And then when you get across to here, you're going to be coming over this. But there's also the portal there, so don't forget the portal is going to go through. And then you got your upper level over here where you're going to have your Go maintenance and all that. It's going to be Go and Via, so Go Via maintenance. Do with that what you will. And of course, it's going to go across like this, and then right above that giant circle thing here, it's going to loop back again. So I'm hoping to do an industry here, like a big industry, whether it's the ethanol or my steel mill, and then do the other one right at the top of the helix, where you're coming off the instead of going down the helix, you can go right on top, and there'll be something up there for you. And then there'll be a little spackling of other industries. Like, kind of want to put an industry here, train station in here somewhere, another train station up here somewhere. But yeah, that's like what I've been kind of working on or hoping for. Yeah, the window. So I mentioned that previously. What I'm going to do over here. So I made a column go up on both sides. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to either make one big swinging door, or I'll make two smaller swinging doors. And I just have to frame it. And then I can put a piece of the masonite on it. And then I'll put a latch so that those can swing open, and then in case of emergency we can get out of there. So yeah, because that's one of those emergency exit ones. So, but yeah, I planned for that as well. Just don't count on too much what do you call it, detail stuff up there. I don't know. Because it's going to be an area that, if anything's there, I don't want it to get ruined or smashed. But it's that or burn. So who knows? But yeah, let's do this section here, because I really need to get this done. Where's my drills over there? Tape measure. Where's my phone? Phone's over there too. Okay, cool. Maybe I bring another camera. So with this section here, I've got some stuff that's already cut. This main section here, it's 5 feet. I gotta be careful because you have to be able to walk through here. So the piece that I've made for here, not only does it go around the pipes, but it'll push it out far enough that this, you don't hit that. And then also when I put this on here, I'm still giving myself enough room here to work on stuff if I need to have access to the workbench, right? So, makes sense, I think. Somebody had asked me before why I didn't do pressure treated wood, and a couple of reasons for that. One, it's just temporary. Like I don't think, like if I move in a year or 2 years or 3 years, no one's going to be surprised that I move at this point. And it's like way more expensive for pressure treated wood. So I think that I'll save that for when I own a place, use nicer wood, make that investment. So let's do 2 feet in is 3 and 2. So let's do 1.5 feet. So 2, 3, 4. It's gonna get a little noisy. Sorry about that, but you guys know how it is, right? Gotta check something before I mess something up. Yeah, because that's actually... Okay. See, this is why I don't normally do things live. Because I don't think clearly. It's gotta go in that way. Which one's this? Why did... That doesn't seem right. I'm pretty sure I cut those... Oh wait, no, that's not the right one. This is the right one. This is the one that goes across here. That was a close one. Why'd you guys say anything? Jeez. Two more. Okay. So this is the base right here. But I do have support pieces that I have to put in the middle now. And yes, I already marked these out. Yeah. Also, a lot of the screws that I'm using, they're all from the last layout too. A lot of this I'm saving quite a bit, and I'm pretty happy with how much I'm saving here. Really haven't spent that much yet. You haven't missed too much, Russ. However, once this section here is done, this is basically the end of the bench work, bottom level, more or less, I think. Probably. Yeah, probably. So, I gotta measure a couple of these. Keeping in mind, everything is already pre-cut. I've cut everything. Everything is good to go. I did all that today in preparation for tonight, obviously. 30 inches. So we do want 30 inches up. See, I like my other one better. I don't like that one. Where is the other tape measure? Tape measure. Just took out my glass cabinet. Okay. 30 inches. There we go. Obviously, my bench work is nowhere near as good as, let's say, James's. James is like a master carpenter. And I think that if I ever got to the point where, you know, yeah, I'm going to be keeping this layout for a long time, etc., I would be really cracking down, like what James did, and we'd have a better looking overall bench work. We can call it that, probably. Hey, you going to bed? Yeah. Okay, I'm doing a live right now, so. Need your bucket? Okay. They're over there. I don't know where it would be, but. You make it a pizza?
This.
Can you give me that orange thing that you have? Oh, never mind, here.
Thank you. The orange thing is a flex.
Hey, you like helping me with things, right?
Yeah.
You want to hold something for me?
Sure.
Cool.
Here, put this way. How do you have a camera?
How, what?
How do you have a camera out there?
Well, I have a camera there, and I have a camera over there. They can't, I don't know if they can see it. Okay, so we gotta bring this a little bit closer. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, that looks good. So I'm gonna have to drill that in there. So you keep holding this, okay? Don't let that move.
Okay. Put this.
other side.
Okay, I don't have to hold on to it to the right.
I mean, if you want, it helps.
Whoop. I see me on the camera.
You see you on the camera?
It's still really staring at your phone. Well, bye.
Okay, see ya.
Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. You can tell he has so much more going on. Okay, so those are the two wall legs. And I'm gonna get my clamp. Wish my child stuck around to help me. Ugh. That might have been asking too much, though. As long as it doesn't fall, we'll be okay. Where is my mega level? Chris Jr. indeed. Except for the helpful part. Only stuck around for like 2 seconds. It almost looks like a bed. Okay, so that means I gotta lower that just a tiny bit. Perfect. Okay. That only took forever. That's good too. But I still have to. This one here. And of course it moved. Now, also, this concrete floor is not even at all, so I kind of have to mess around with this to make sure that it's actually level. Still level. So for this particular piece here that I'm doing, the entire front of it is going to go from the benchwork there over to here. All the lengths for the farthest points, which would go from the front to the back, they're all the same length. They're all 21 inches, because in total it makes 2 feet with the 2x4s on the ends. And then of course I have this notch out section which is 4 inches, which is going to fit where that pipe is. So this thing's going to look like a little bit of a puzzle once I, get it all together, but should be good, and hopefully it fits in here and does what it's supposed to do. I wonder if you can see more if I'm doing this. A little bit. That one might be too far away. Yeah, that works. See what I mean with the whole, it's gonna only 4 inches apart here. How am I doing so far? Nothing has fallen over, and yeah. And yet we still don't have a layout yet. Even after all this, after all the wood cutting, still no layout yet. I hope to run trains soon. That's the idea. If I'm grabbing switches near the end of the month, I'll at least be able to start on the paper mill area and then expand from there. I think it took, it'd take 2.5 to 3 years on my last layout before you guys see the golden spike. At least 2 years. But that was 3 levels. So 2 levels might not be as bad. That one was also way more intricate, where you were using grades and all that to show different elevations. Where this, I'm going to try and stick with one elevation, but like keep the track flat, but have everything else around it either above it or below it. This way, it should have more consistency as far as things staying on the track and things not uncoupling. Uncoupling is a huge thing, and most of that happens with grades, I find. Same length as I marked out, this should all go together fairly smooth like. I hope. I'm just curious to see if this will fit. I haven't put the other piece on yet, so I'm just kind of rushing this part here because I'm just anxious. Oh, it's off. Unless it's supposed to go this way. Did I just do this backwards? I totally did. Okay, so that's okay then. Oh, get out of there. Okay, so that's good. I just gotta put this last piece on here. And then I was worried. I was like, did I not measure that correctly? I also don't want to seal the pipe in with these 2x4s. I want to be able to just pull the bench work out when I'm done with it. So there's that. So now because this goes like this, I can put that literally in the middle here. Part matters too much, but I'm going to do it anyway. All right, so this piece is done. Now, if I had my children to help me, that would be most beneficial. But my children don't like to help. So, I'm going to have to do things the difficult way. All right, the difficult way. Yeah. Who doesn't like doing that? All right, so I can line this up with that, pin it to that, or pin it to that, and then line that up. That'll be good, right? I hope. Watch as I break everything. Okay. Just gotta tie this in together. That's all I gotta do. Wonder if okay, don't fall. It'll be fun, they said. Build a railroad, they said. Oh. Battery's dead. But I've got backup, so that's good. I wouldn't mind building layouts for people, but A, wood's expensive, and B, I don't think anybody would really pay to have a layout built unless it was that Peter guy, because he's amazing. Me, I don't think anybody would pay me to build a layout. I have built a layout for somebody. For Inked Rails, I helped him build a layout and get his main line going. But, you know, with what experience, right? Like, not like a pro. I just, you know, when you do it for yourself, there's a heck of a lot less pressure, you know? See if this is level. I'm curious. Most of my stuff is level. I'm usually pretty good. Yeah, that's level. But I mean, the wood's not going on here. It's gonna be raised up from here. Level. 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 I don't know. I don't know, man. I just like building layouts. That's what I do. Two more 2x4s to put in, and these I find are very important because they're going to help to support the backdrop. And it's going to give it that nice curve around the whatchamacallit, pipe. Another thing is that I gotta be careful with the screws here because I do not want to puncture this pipe. That would be a no-no, or what they refer to as a no-no. So I'm gonna go 8 inches. but that also makes a problem because pipe's in the way there. So, what if instead of putting it there, what is that anyways? Okay. Sure. We can make that work. If that's 4 inches and this is a 2x4, why am I like half an inch off there? That's stupid. See, because I don't want to lose that much. Although I'm probably adding another foot on the front here. Well, this is what I had in mind. Because I have a whole bunch of these, right? Besides the fact that there's a piece that's going to come in like an angle, like right here. It's probably going to add this so that I've got a bit more, room. And I'm going to do that right along there. Make it, 3 feet? Basically 3 feet deep. Which I'm okay with because I've got 2 feet in between layers. It wasn't like last time where I only had like 9 inches. So for me to reach to the back, no problem. And also if this is yard, I definitely want to, because I'm going to need some 36-inch curves in the back there for the biggest. And then obviously it gets tighter and smaller. But I don't know. What if I have another 2x4 I can just jam in there? I should have something small over here. Yeah, but those are good pieces. Like, those are good, solid pieces. I know I have like a piece that no one will miss if I use it. I know I do in the garage, but that's all the way in the garage. Oh, okay, here we go. Yeah, see? Little derpy piece here. Okay, so that's not as bad. Okay, that'll go through front two. It's been a long day when my knee's been killing me lately. Terrible. Don't ever get old, guys. Stay young. That way it won't hurt as much. Okay with that. And I'm going to show you why I did this with the pipe here, going around it like that. What can you see? Oh, okay, you can see this. Okay, so that's fine. So, main thing here is that when I bring the backdrop, which basically going to be like this, I'll be able to do one of these so that I pin it there, it gets pinned there and there, and it rounds this off. Bob's your uncle, you know, and that'll work for both the bottom and the top level. And the cool thing is that, you know, it's not going to put any pressure on this pipe here. It's not going to lean against that. It's going to all stay in one place, hopefully. I could put another 2x4 right there. Do I want to? That's the real question. Oh, you know what? You guys want to probably see what this looks like here. So this is going to go just like this. Yep. And then, can't remember if these go around that. I'm pretty sure they do. I'm pretty sure one was like this. Or something. Doesn't matter too much because it's all gonna, you know, gotta build it. So. Oh, and also, if anybody's asking about these legs here, yeah, I realize that though you can kick that leg out. I'm gonna put some bracing in there after for the legs. I just really wanted to get the skeleton of this thing up. See how much room I have here, which is good. I have what do I have left here? It should be at least 2 feet. It's 2.5 feet. So that's good. Come over here, work away on this. I'm like not even sure if I want to like kind of do something like that. I can't flip it over because this side is, well, could. It's kind of gross though from like the last layout. So you remember I had foam risers going up and around this. Actually, that's not terrible because then I can kind of do this, but then this comes out this way, so I don't know. I probably have to do something like this here where it cuts in. Nah, I'll figure something out. But then, yeah, that's more or less what I have to plan for that. So that's cool. I just gotta get more of this worked out because I need to know what I'm doing, right? Like I could probably cut a section out of this, bring that in a bit, make it a little bit tighter. This is supposed to be a 29, I think about 29-inch radius, I want to say. But again, I also have to put that backdrop on there as well. Maybe follow the curve of the backdrop with that. And as well, if I can get this out of the way. Oh my gosh. Okay. So that's okay there because that backdrop will work like that. I thought I was going to have to add another one of these. Probably won't. But I'm going to add something like this here or something Again, I have no idea yet. But it's good to know I have an extra 2x4. And I didn't think I had bought enough. So that's a bonus. Lots of cool things. Lots of cool things. Probably should put legs on that too, and I'll put legs along here. Good amount of storage underneath. I've got some modules down here too, which I'll talk to you guys about after, because that's kind of a bonus thing. Whew. What time is it? It's almost 10 o'clock. Oh my gosh. Where has the time gone? And no one yelled at me for being loud with the drill. So that's fun too. Yeah. We're back. Okay. Steve, 87th, how's it going? David Z to G, how's it going? Canadian Locomotive Logistics, we almost got the layout up and running. So, just to kind of show you guys a couple of drawings that I did in regards to the layout, because I do a lot of this, and this is how I make my changes on the fly and sort out switches or anything like that. So something like this here, this is the idea for the paper mill. You can see you come in along the bottom here. Right, so that goes behind my computer screen right here. But that when you go this way, it'll go out through the wall, and those are the two main lines there. So anything beyond that is just switching, and you switch at the paper mill. I might even add my rotary dump, which is cool too, because I think Mark got me that like 3-4 years ago, and I haven't even been able to use it. It's half built, not painted, so again, it'll be good to use that. The other thing that I kind of worked out here is right above it, the Whitby Go maintenance facility. That's a lot of tracks. How many do I have here? So I have the 2, and then 3, 3, and 3. So 9, 10, 11. I have 11 tracks going into this long building that's going right in the corner there. And then if I have enough room, there is a, let me see if I can do this. There is a separate building right here that also houses 2 whatever. I haven't really decided yet. And then it'll all come out this way through the wall into the main layout. But yeah, lots on the go. As far as with the layout, now that the bench work, and I do mean bench work as far as the main platform for the bottom, now that that's done, it's just a matter of doing the backdrops and then fitting the second level right around, and then the backdrop for the second level. I think now that the bottom level is basically done, there's something else I want to add over on the section that I just built, so that I'm able to add, a top level and make sure that it's nice and strong. I want to add like a wall, how people put like the dividing walls in the middle of a layout, so you can have one scene on one side, one scene on the other, kind of like my last layout where I had the paper mill on one side and that bridge scene on the other. I want to do something like that there, not for aesthetic purposes. It's more or less just for structure wise, but I can add that at any time. I'm going to, get some more lumber and see. I think I've got a 10-footer in the garage. I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm getting there. It's a lot of work, and of course, like it's just been hectic around here between moving, unpacking, trying to find a home for everything. I sold off a bunch of stuff as well. And then just trying to figure out where everything's going to go. And when you don't have any shelf for it, like I've got my train, my loco shelf, and I don't even have all my locos out. I just have some of my favorite units that are in there with some, of the other stuff, and my wood kit that I did till I can safely put that on the layout. I don't want anything happening to that. It almost got blown away when we went to the barbecue. I wanted to do a photo shoot with it, and I told Sparky to bring his because he's able to. He lift it up and bring it. And basically, I took a bunch of photos, which you probably saw in the video that I did, where it was kind of like my summer video, which was one of the last ones that I uploaded. I think it was only like 5 minutes long. But yeah, it was crazy because it was really windy. Not overly, it was nice, but yeah, there was a point where where it almost went flying off the table. So I gotta make sure that that's all safe and everything's good with that, because it's not really glued down. I didn't want to make it permanent there. I just wanted a little diorama. But yeah, so there's the cool thing is that because I was very on the fence about building a layout here based off of my track record of moving every 3-4 years, so it seems, I was very nervous about building a layout. And I've been going to the Ottawa Club a bit more. Last time I went, though, was their year-end thing in June. So that was really the last time I got to run trains. But I've been thinking more and more about wanting to join and whatnot. And an opportunity came up where one of the members was selling some modules. And Bubs actually picked those up for me. And I see Bubs in the chat there. How's it going, Bubs? And so he picked them up, and I paid him for them. But the thing is that they charge, we were only told that there was 2 modules. So for what we paid, got 4 modules, which is crazy because that's either one really big industry or 2 smaller, decent sized industries. And I still have to obviously make a track plan and whatnot, but I think I'm going to do something on 2 of the modules, and Bubs is going to do something on the other 2 modules, which is also cool. And then when they need my modules, or if I know that I'm going to be there, for example, there's a club meet this weekend, but I can't make it because I work, which is unfortunate. It's just kind of how I gauge the year to be. 1 month I'll be able to go, the next month I can't. But I'm definitely going to try my hardest to get to most of them. So I'm thinking about doing some type of facility, maybe like a pipe facility where they make the pipe and then load it onto the cars, because I've got a bunch of those and I do plan on getting more. So probably do something like that. I'm not entirely sure what Bubs wants to do as far as with his. I think he might have mentioned it, but he always gives it weird names like Debojo, so it's hard to keep track. But yeah, I'm very excited to do that and join the Ottawa Club, because it'll definitely give me a bit more of a chance to be able to run trains and get me out of the house, because I'm here 7 days a week. I'm in front of this computer here 5 days a week, and it's usually for 8 hours, sometimes more. So yeah, it's yeah, it gets pretty crazy. life, you know, hectic and whatnot. And like I said, in a couple of weeks or so, like, well, today is the 12th, so I think in about 10 days, my wife and I were going to Vegas. So, we're going with some friends. We never even really had a honeymoon after we got married. So to be able to take a trip like this and and go without the kids, because we've taken the kids to Disney and whatnot. Can't really go to Disney and not take them. But this is just a trip for the wife and I, and there's apparently a Nevada State Railroad Museum that we plan to go to. So that'll be cool. I'll try to film some of that. I don't know if anybody else has been to the Nevada area or Las Vegas or anything like that, but I'll see if I can take some pictures and some footage. So I am in Canada. Yes. Basement in Ottawa. Yep. Let's see. Why are you not building a modular? I did the modular thing about 5-6 years ago, and I find it's the same thing. Unless if I build it a certain way, unless it's like a Freemo, then it's just not going to work. Every house that I've lived in so far, totally different living space, totally different situation. I don't know if I would be completely happy making it modular. In the case where, I have modular pieces, like these are all modular here. The reason why my layout is going together as quick as it is because when I took my last layout apart, I took it all apart in modules, but I basically tossed out the surface. So the surface where the track would be, I didn't bother, cutting the track and, slicing it that way, because there's no way that layout would fit here in the same respect that it did at that house. But I've still got all my modules pre-built, and that's why it's moving so much quicker. It's because my layout was already, all the modules were built already. I'm just piecing it back together in a new kind of format, a new layout. Like I said, even with the Helix, would I consider that modular? Probably not, but the fact that I'm building it again the exact way that it was at the old house, except I'm reversing how it goes up. So instead of it going up this way, it's going up this way. And it's all the same wood. All the cork is still on there. I've got the when I build it, it's not like the base of it is back together the exact same way that it was. And I've got all the parts that go up and all the round parts. That's all going to go back together the exact same way, but just in a different direction, and just for where it's located as well. But I think that the whole thing is coming together rather quickly, despite the fact that I've done little work. It was a challenge finding how I was going to put everything, like where the Helix is going to go. I know that right from the beginning I had mentioned that I wanted to put my Helix in here. And then I built the walls, and because I needed it to go with the roof in a certain way so that the walls are being held up, not so much as a what do they call it? Like a support beam. They're not supporting the roof at all. They're still very much freestanding, but I had to tie them in with the rafters just to give it that extra support. And then it turned out to be a little bit smaller than what I had originally quoted myself at. And then from there, I'm like, well, I've got 2 desks. I've got this one that I always did my lives at, and then I had switched to this one, which is my bigger one with the drawers. And then I was using this one for work. But now I put my bigger one here, and I'm almost making an L shape with my desks so that I can do my 9 to 5, and then I can do my live. And it's, I don't care because this isn't even on anyways. And then I can have my layout still running through here. That's fine. It's small tweaks that I'm making here and there. The yard was supposed to go right down the middle. I talked about doing the Brampton yard and wanting to do the whole intermodal thing. But because I had to move my helix, not just from here, but I had to move it around a couple of times out there. Because I didn't even take into consideration that there was going to be a workbench for all the tools and stuff. That's one of those luxuries that at my old house, I had a room that was dedicated to just all my tools, all my paints, all of that stuff. And now I've got my free rolling cart that I move around with all my ballast and my sprays and acrylics, and then I've got a bench in the corner that's going to house all my tools. And I'm still able to use a helix, but no yard going right down the middle, which sucks. But I've seen a lot of people do the yards that go in an L shape, and they just kind of go around the corner. I've never done it before, but you know how it is. The only way you're going to learn how to do something is if you do it, right? I'm no stranger to that. Things like the helix, things like doing multiple levels. These are all things that, at one point I was like, oh, I've never done that before, I'm scared. And then I did it and I was like, oh, well, that wasn't so bad. Same thing with the water. I'm doing the Australian helix. It's going to spin in the opposite direction. 4.0 version 3.14 beta. I mean, this is technically layout number 6, but I didn't want to. I'm tired of numbering it. I don't want to be bogged down by the fact that I keep doing new layouts over and over again. No fault of mine. I just keep moving. It's, I was totally happy. I was very content with the last layout that I had, and a lot of people, it's like, are you thrilled with your layout? I'm like, yeah. There's always going to be things that I want to change. There's always going to be things that you improve on, and it being code 83, and I'm like, well, I'd really love to do code 100 on the main line. Guess who's doing code 100? This time around, I'm doing code 100. But yeah. Layout number 6. And this October, it will be my 10-year anniversary of being on YouTube. And I'm working on a couple of things right now to kind of celebrate that. So you guys will be able to see my different layouts over the years. I'll probably do a look back, and it should be good. It's going to take a while to put together, but I'm very excited. Honestly, 10 years of doing this, 10 years of talking trains with you guys, and I know a lot of you have been around since the beginning, and then some of you have even been around, like you're just, within the last year or two. I've made so many friends through this hobby. It's crazy. You never know who you're going to meet. And a lot of them are teachers, which is weird because I wasn't like, one of those awesome students when I was in school. Not like intellectual bad, but like I didn't like any of my teachers except for the woodshop teacher. Go figure, right? But I still did the work. But yeah, so a lot of people that I've met doing this. I've seen a lot of different, models. I've owned so many different types, and that's why when I do a review and whatnot, I feel like I've learned a lot over the past 10 years. My internet's getting better too. Have you guys noticed the internet's a little bit better? Finally. But yeah, it's crazy. I'm looking forward to another 10 years. I don't know how much longer my knee is going to allow me to crawl around on the concrete, but we'll see. I was looking into getting one of those, what do they call them, critters or creepers, that most auto mechanics will lay on it, go under the vehicle, and they can work, whatever, and then they roll out. Because it's all concrete. I'm not laying on the concrete. And I'm definitely not getting carpet for out there, because that's a lot of... it was like $40 for the carpet for in here. It's terrible. And it's not even like a permanent situation, so I don't know. But yeah, so I'm very happy with the new layout, how it's coming together. So excited to be able to build another layout and keep things going. Yeah. It's my second layout, but the first one was changed 4 times in 30 years. Jeez. Working on one thing for 30 years. That's crazy. We can make a staging yard under the first main level. Yeah, I thought about the whole staging thing, and I'm like, oh, that's going to eat up so much more track. I might as well just put a yard. Like, again, if my layout was permanent, I'm pretty sure that having a staging yard where I can just load it up with new cars and not have to worry, that's something that I would probably do for a long-term situation. But for this, I'm okay with doing, what is it, like a 6 or 7 track yard. What did I come up with? I don't know. I think I did it somewhere here. I drew it. Yeah. So like this is like the concept here for the area that I was working on. See how it has that loop at the end there, and it's going to come back, and then it's going to be a big yard. But see, that's why I keep notes. I make notes, and people laugh at me when I tell them, oh yeah, I drew my layout on a napkin. Yeah. I tried doing it on SCARM. I tried doing it on AnyRail. I don't know. One only gives you so many pieces, and the other one I did not understand at all. So yeah, wasn't ideal, but I think that this one should be a lot better, and we'll see what happens. Of course, if I missed any questions or anything, I usually do like to go back through the chat once it uploads and everything's good, and then I go through and I always read the chat. Oh, Dennis was in there. Yeah, see, I didn't even get to say hi to Dennis. Glad to see you're following OSHA rules, operating power tools while performing the safety squint. Yeah. That, and I don't know if you guys watched the barbecue video, but like, you're the one who is doing the barbecuing, because you're doing the tong thing, and you got to do it 2 times. And then you check, flip the meat and all that. So, I reckon it feels late. Yeah, and with some of the projects that I want to do, some of the things that are coming up, I only have so much time before winter, and I do want to try to do most of my painting outside, well, spray painting and whatnot. So I've got to get a lot of things done in the next month before it gets too cold out, because obviously when it hits that certain temperature, you don't want to spray paint outside. And the next kit that I'm doing, which I will be going back to doing my Saturday night kit builds, which what was I calling that? Something about track, keeping track, take track, off the track. I don't know. You'll see it. But yeah, I'm gonna go back to doing kit builds Saturday nights at 8 o'clock, and the kit that I'm gonna be working on, it's gonna be a really big kit, and I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, I'll get the information of the gentleman that I saw working on something that I'm like, wow, that looks so good and that works so well. So I'm gonna attempt it as well, but I'm gonna obviously do my version of it. So look out for that, because that's gonna be a fun. And I use the word fun loosely because I know I'm gonna be pulling my hair out. It's gonna be fun. Yeah, James is on his second layout, but like, huge difference between the two layouts, James. Your bench work is always good, but like, this layout feels like way more immaculate than the last one. I don't know. It's just how I like how I see it. It's so crazy compared to the other one, because the other one was just like an oval, and even though this one kind of goes, a little bit more, I think if you had more time with the other one, you would have been able to do more with it, but then you had to move, so understandable. Been there. Yeah, spraying outside, like, I could crack a window, and spray down here, but it goes up, and my wife gets really bad headaches, so I gotta be sensitive about that, because she's sensitive about it. And yeah, so gotta get it all painted outside. If I can get it all painted, like prepped here, painted outside, then I can just build here, and then anything that needs to be done as far as acrylic wise, that's not going to cause a smell. And then the only other thing I would need to do with it is seal it, but I'm sure by the time I'm done building it and detailing it, it'll be spring by that time. So we'll see. And I mean, like, the clear coat isn't too bad as far as smell. So I think I could get away with doing the clear coat at least down here. Yeah. So watch for that. Have a good night, James. I'm going to sign off now as well, because I work tomorrow. So I'll be back here in a good 12 hours. Well, less than 11 hours. So you guys have yourselves a great night. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, every Monday night, James and Mike, they do Off the Rails Monday, and that's normally at 7 o'clock. And then every Thursday, of course, is Third Rail Thursday. So we'll be back here next week hanging out with Mark. And I heard through the grapevine, or a little bird, that a lot of the pestering that goes on during Mark's live, it finally cracked him. I'm not going to tell you exactly what that means, but you guys have been bugging him mercilessly to get specific locomotives. And I think he might have something that you guys will be really, really interested in, something that you really want to see on his layout. So I'm going to leave you with that. But I want to thank you guys so much. There's not going to be a GVO After Dark at the end of the month. Well, at least I won't be there because I'll be in Vegas. I'm sure Mark will tell you next week what he's going to do. If it's him, if James is going to join in, he might take over from my spot. I don't know. I haven't even talked to them about it yet. But yeah, you'll find out next week. And we'll start. We'll go back to the Saturday builds in early October, and we'll get this layout done. Yep. You guys have yourselves a great night. I'm go Veer, go home, and I've got a train to catch. So.